Video games. So this week we're going to have a look at a Powkiddy J6. So one side of the box is a generic PSP thing. The other side of the box with this A10 Warthog is the thing we're going to look at. So you've got a D-pad, you've got this little analog stick thing, you've got some buttons. Absolutely nothing useful on the box, just says video games all over it, so generic packaging. In the box, the unit itself, charging cable, awful cheap headphones, and the manual. Let's have a look. Anything useful at all in here? This all appears to be in Chinese. What about the other side? Instruction manual. Key interface definition. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this isn't very exciting. It's all written in proper English. Product is unsuitable for children aged 0 to 14 years and needs to be accompanied by an adult. Okay, not very exciting in the manual of words. The thing itself then, D-pad. D-pad's pretty nice. Got this little analog nub thing, which is horrible. It's sort of like a PSP design, but just doesn't work as nicely. Buttons are clicky and nice, they're okay. Little micro switch buttons for volume, plus, minus, select and start. Shoulder buttons, USB, microphone, because apparently it can record audio, and a headphone jack. Oh, and a TF card in the bottom for adding your own ROMs, and that is very important. So let's flick it on. It takes a little while to boot up, but you know what? The screen is really, really nice on it. Don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but it works perfectly fine. The interface is a little bit slow. It has to load all the data off the TF card to start with when you first boot it up. And when you first boot it up, it's in Chinese, so you have to navigate to the settings menu and sort that out. So, we've got a load of icons on here. So, game, video, music, ebook. Now, music, ebook and video, the TF card that came with it came preloaded with a load of Chinese cartoons and a load of stolen music. So I'm not going to show you any of the music, and I've had a little go at the Chinese TF card as well, because it came with a load of Chinese games on it. So they're just your normal ROM rips, but they're all in Chinese language. So first up, let's have a look at videos. A button for accept, B button for back. Takes a little while to load things. Directory list. So I put two videos on here. I put the channel trailer up at 1080p. If you try and play that, it just says invalid file format. But put one up in 640 by 480 and it plays it no problem. Now, in terms of audio, there's one little speaker in this. Where's the volume? Oh yeah, volume. Yes, the video playback's really, really good. I keep thinking it's touchscreen because of the touchscreen interface, but it is not touchscreen. So video playback on it's really, really good, which is a surprise, given how slow the interface is, and the screen's really nice. So 10 points all round. Calculator folder, ebook. Didn't put any ebooks on here because, well, without showing you somebody else's work, that would be very difficult. Let's find out what 1 plus 3 is. I hope it's 7. 4. Excellent. So, calculator works fine. I'm not really sure why you'd want the calculator. Calendar. Let's have a look at calendar. Yep, that is a calendar. All very exciting. So, games then. Oh, you'll notice there's multiple screens on here. So, it comes preloaded with, if you have a little scroll down, some games, which is okay. And these all appear to be relatively in English. Let's have a look at Street Fighter 2 first of all. This is the arcade version of World Warrior, because it would be criminal not to play it since we've got it. Yeah, so Select increases your credits. Start the game. Warning, this game is for use in all countries. Press start. Play as Ryu. Turn the volume up a little bit. Who are we fighting? We're fighting Blanca. So, go on, mate. Yeah, so the emulation on it is really, really nice and smooth. I'm super impressed with how well this runs. But the sound, I don't know whether or not you can hear that from here, is absolutely awful. It's really easy to pull off fireballs and things with this D-pad though. Let's have a go with this little analog knob. Yeah, so the analog knob, not so good. Okay. Let's quit out of this then. So exit. Yep. Yeah. So the few built-in games that are in English are okay. Right. Let's have a look at game, because that's the thing we're all here for. And try and keep the damn thing on the camera. So Super Famicom, Mega Drive, NES, MAME, although it doesn't seem to want to play anything I loaded onto it. GBA and Game Boy Color. You'll notice I've only put a few ROMs on here. It comes with about 10 gig worth of ROMs on this 16 gig TF card, but they're all the Chinese versions. So if we go to the Super Famicom, you can see loads and loads of listings here, and they're all the Chinese versions of the games. So Mega Drive then. Oh, I've come out of it. Mega Drive then. Let's have a look at Sonic the Hedgehog. Takes a little while to load the ROM, brings you to this menu, then you have to hit restart or load progress because it supports save states. Interestingly, this has got a little 1000 milliamp hour Nokia battery in it. It's not removable, however, but I imagine if you take the back of the case off, you could. So that's in hideous full screen already. So if we hit the top shoulder button, go down to setting, screen size, and then stick it on scale. That should be a little bit better. And the other thing is, where are you? Keyboard mapping. So you can remap all the controls for every game, which is fantastic. Like, you really can't ask for more than that. Save change. Let's go back. Right, return to game. Much better. Now, there's a problem with this. The sound emulation's horrible. Let's turn this up a bit. Seems to run fine, but it's all crackly and awful, which is a real shame. Come on, Sonic. Let's get some rings. Anyway, that's enough Sonic. So this is fine on some games, but then when you come to things like Streets of Rage or Airwolf, which have really, really recognisable music, it just ruins the whole experience. So what else should we have a look at? Oh yeah, main games. I loaded things like 1943 on, and it just doesn't want to play them at all. It just says invalid file format, takes a little while to load. Valid file format. Yeah, no idea why. They're in the same format that the preloaded ones were. Use one of the preloaded ones, and these seem to work fine. So NAM 1975. I don't know if they're packed in a certain way, or maybe there's something I was missing. But yeah, no issue loading this. Load memory card, no. Yeah, so again, the audio emulation on the whatever it's using to emulate MAME is awful. In fact, its audio emulation on the whole thing is awful. So if you're happy playing this with the sound off, then that'd probably be the best way to do it. Okay, let's quit out of that. No. Exit. Right. GBA games then. Game Boy Color run fine, as you'd expect them to. I don't know if is it even worth having a look at Donkey Kong Country? I think we all know what Gba Games look like by now. Yeah, come on. Does take a little bit to get into Game Boy Color games. Yeah, English. English. Come on. Come on, let's go, mate. Yeah, these run absolutely fine. And because the audio's a little bit more bleepy bloopy on Game Boy Color games, it sounds a little bit better. And again, this screen's really nice. It's not a bad way to play your Game Boy Color games. Right, last thing then, Game Boy Advanced games. While these are loading, I will just mention this was about £17. You can get them through Amazon. They come up quite a lot on eBay. It's still though, ooh, Final Fight is a little bit loud. Yeah, it's still not as good as just emulating on an original PSP though. And there's not nearly as many emulation options. Play as Cody because he looks exactly like Axel from Streets of Rage. Slums. Come on, mate, let's go. Oh, it's been a long time since I've played Final Fight. But this runs absolutely fine. You could happily play Pokemon or just about anything else on this. GBA emulation's really, really good, which is a surprise. Right, let's try and play with this little the little analog knob. Yeah, there's a little bit too much resistance in that, and it spins round a little bit too much. I don't know. The analog knob really isn't too bad though. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, so as a little thing, it's not too bad at all. I'm pretty impressed with how well it actually emulates everything. It's just a real shame, real shame about what's up with the sound emulation. Because everything sounds crackly and appalling and awful. I don't know if it would be possible to open it up and maybe change the speaker out, but I don't think that would help. That about sums it up. Yeah, screen's really nice, unit's plenty cheap enough, you can see the hideous little speaker in the back. Shoulder buttons feel nice, I don't know if they're micro switched, but they seem to work okay. It's very light, it's quite a bit lighter than a PSP or than any of the other ones we've looked at. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Oh, battery life on this was about 3 hours. I left it sat on the menu for Streets of Rage 2 for a long time. Yeah, it's okay. Generic packaging, at least it's got a picture of the thing on. This is lies. They should just show us it's got GBA and Mega Drive games on it. What more can you expect for the money, I suppose? But you're still better off getting an original PSP. Thanks guys, bye bye.